Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm looking at the Max Factory Zenchigoto book. So that's Max Factory All Works or Complete Works. And as you can see down here, it's all about Max Factory. Also included with this is the Figma version 2.0 concept model, Archetype Next She. So that's the book there, and this is the included Figma. You can see up here it has a retail value of 4,743 yen. Okay, so first taking a brief look at the book, and afterwards I'll take out the Figma and have a look at that. In case you don't know, this book is about Max Factory, which is a company set up by Max Watanabe down here. So he's the guy basically behind Figma and all the other Max Factory figures. He was also involved in making the Master Grade line of Gundams with Bandai as well. So just a quick flick through the book. And this book is broken down into figures, robots, creatures, Figma, and some other stuff. So first there's the figure section here. I'm really not just going to go through page by page. If you really want to look at it, you should buy it. So a lot of awesome looking Max Factory figures in here. Then it gets onto robots, onto creatures, including Guyver here. Then onto Figmas. So a lot of pictures of all the different Figma in here. Then after that it's onto a chronological history of Max Factory, Max himself, the Max Factory offices, which is pretty cool, this illustration here, and just some other stuff. I think Max Factory releases here. So that's the book. Let's move on to the figure and have a look at that. So what you have here is a clear version of the Figma Archetype She. So let's open that up and have a look. So that's inside the box there. Open that up further. And that is quite an amount of packaging for such a small figure. So get that out of the way. And here it is with all the outer packaging taken off. So now let's get it out of here. Okay, let's take that out. So that's everything out of the box. You've got your normal Figma bag here, a rack of hands, the instructions, the figure, the base and stand. The instructions are your usual fare, which is a list of everything that's inside the box, like all the accessories, and nothing in here. So I'm guessing it's pretty straightforward, everything is basic here. We have 4 alternative ones here, and that is 2 open hands and 2 holding hands for holding other Figma stuff. So this is the Figma Archetype Next. So this is basically a Figma 2.0. So a lot of people have mentioned on the Saber video, the one from Wonderfest, what is different about the figure compared to the older Saber, and it just seems to be that there's a new set of joints involved in these. Like the ones that would have been with Miku or Mikasa, which are the ones that are like this here. They're not actually part of the hand, they're a joint themselves. So it's not part of the hand like the older ones, it's a separate joint altogether, kind of like the ones here. And this is what that little joint looks like. You get 1 spare with the figure. As well as that, the neck joint is different. I learned this the hard way with the Figma Miku. I tried to pull off her head like you can pull off other Figma's heads, and just absolutely decapitated her. So you can see in here there's a ball. It's not just a peg going into the neck and a peg going into the head, there's a ball joint in here. Gives it more movement and maybe a bit more security, but it's not as easy to pull off. So be careful with that. Besides that, I'm not sure if there's much else different about this and the older Figma Archetype. I don't have the older Figma Archetype, so I can't compare it. But I'm guessing the only major differences are the joints in the wrist here and the joints in the neck. Besides that, I'm not sure. Maybe the waist is a little different. I don't think so. It doesn't look different. So the hands attach on like this. So they attach onto a peg. They don't have a peg extending from the wrist section. Another interesting thing to point out about the Archetype is it doesn't have a hole in its back for the stand. So it actually uses this little kind of claw type thing to hold it up. And that just grabs on around the waist like this. So that's it for the Max Factory book and the Figma version 2 concept model Archetype Next She. If you're a fan of Max Factory's products, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's a really nice book, the pictures are awesome, and of course you get the cool little Figma as well. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.